Good evening, folks. This evening's topic B, we're talking about elderly folks, preferences and end of life wishes. Okay, so there is B for you. Let's get going. Title: You're not alone and you're not too late. The sentence you shared carries a whole world of ache, but it also carries a change. Do something now while you still can. A single loving conversation today can prevent confusion, crisis, and the kind of long-term regret that lingers for years. These talks aren't about death. They're about dignity, clarity, and honoring the people we love. Below is a deeper, more expansive guide you can use to begin. It's practical, emotionally grounded, and designed for real families, including those who avoid heavy topics or come from cultures where talking about death feels taboo. Start now. A gentle conversation today can spare you years of uncertainty. Begin with something small, human and rooted in love. You don't need a formal meeting or a stack of legal papers. You just need a moment of calm and a sentence that signals care, not fear. A simple opener like, I love you and I want to make sure I can honor what matters most to you. Can we talk about a few things while we have the chance? This shifts the conversation from planning for death to protecting your wishes. The first 7 days, a realistic, doable plan. These steps are intentionally light touch, enough to move things forward without overwhelming anyone. Choose the right moment. Look for natural pauses in daily life. After a shared meal, during a quiet car ride, while sorting old photos, sitting on the porch or watching TV, moments of warmth make the conversation feel like continuity, not intrusion. Bring one concrete thing. Ab- Abstractions feel scary. A single simple item makes it real and manageable. Your own advance directive, a short checklist, a blank five wishes booklet. A small folder labeled important papers. You're not asking them to confront mortality. You're inviting them to organize life. Offer partnership, not pressure. Say, let's fill this out together. It took me about 20 minutes. People are far more willing when they are not doing it alone. What to cover? The highlight, the high impact essentials. These are items that prevent chaos, conflict, and guesswork. Values and goals. Ask, what makes life meaningful for you? What you'd want if you couldn't speak? What outcomes you'd find inaccessible? This is the heart of all future decisions. Medical wishes, advance directives, DNR or DNI preferences. Comfort focused versus aggressive treatment. Hospital versus home preferences. Decision makers. Who is medical power of attorney? Who is financial power of attorney? Who should be informed but not responsible? Naming the right person prevents family conflict later. 4. Practical documents and logistics. Will, life insurance, bank accounts, beneficiaries. Funeral or memorial preferences. Passwords or digital access. Attorney or financial advisor contact. Even knowing where these items are stored is a gift. Scripts you can use because the words are the hardest parts. Gentle opener. I've been thinking about how much you mean to me. I want to make sure I can honor your wishes if something unexpected happens. If they resist, I get why this feels uncomfortable. I'm asking because I love you, not because anything is wrong. If they say we'll deal with it later, I hope we don't need this for a long time. But having it done means we can relax and enjoy life without worry. If emotions rise, let's take a break. We can come back to this whenever you're ready. A practical checklist to leave the room with. Even completing one of these is progress. Location of wheel. Completed or in progress. Advanced directive. Named medical POA and financial POA. List of accounts and insurance. Funeral or memorial preferences. Contact info for attorney or advisor. A folder or envelope where everything will live. This becomes the go-to packet in a crisis. Local next steps for Westmead, PA, which is in Pittsburgh, guys. You have excellent accessible resources nearby. Crawford County Office of Aging often provides free advance directive forms and planning support. Local hospices, even if one is ill, offer workshops, notary service, and guidance on medical decision making. Many primary care offices in the region will review advance directives during a routine visit, a low pressure way to normalize the conversation. Make one call this week. It's a small action with huge emotional payoffs. Common barriers and how to move through them. Denial or I don't want to talk about this. Lead with values, not documents. Tell me what matters most to you if you ever needed help. Family conflict or differing opinions. Written wishes reduce arguments. One clear decision maker prevents chaos. Cultural or generational discomfort. Normalize it by sharing your own plans first. Modeling vulnerability opens the door. You can transform regret into protection. You can't change the past, but you can absolutely change the future. One short conversation, one checklist, one document that's all it takes to shift your family from uncertainty to clarity. And the truth is, these conversations are acts of love. They honor your parents' dignity, protect your family, and give you peace you can feel in your bones. If you want, I can help you turn this into a handout for families, a podcast segment, a workshop online, or a step-by-step script tailored to your parents' personalities. Just tell me the direction you want to go next. Here's a grounded, page-based explanation of the text you're asking about, drawn directly from the content of the Reddit post you have opened. What the statement means in context. The original poster, OP, is arguing that "you're not alone" feels useless or even hurtful when someone is struggling. Their frustration isn't with the idea or of support itself, but with how the phrase lands. It's used as a generic automatic uh, platitude from the surrounding page content. Here's what the op is really saying. They already know they aren't literally alone. There are billions of people in the world. What they're actually feeling is loneliness, not isolation in the statistical sense. When someone says you're not alone, it can sound like other people have it bad too, so don't complain. For them, the phrase doesn't ease pain, it feels dismissive or emotionally distant. This is the core of their unpopular opinion. The phrase doesn't meet the emotional need they actually have. How the comments deepen the meaning. The surrounding discussion shows that the phrase's impact depends heavily on context and relationship. When it doesn't help, when it's said by someone who isn't close to you, when it's used as a quick surface level response, when it feels like a substitute for real presence or listening, when it implies comparison, others suffer too, rather than connection. Several commenters echo Op's point. They don't know what to say they don't know what to say, so they default to "I'm here if you need me," which feels more honest and less dismissive. when it can help. Others, other commenters describe moments where you're not alone was deeply meaningful, but only when it came from someone who truly cared and showed up emotionally. For example, one person describes a friend hugging them and crying with them. In that context, the phrase meant I'm with you in this. The deeper takeaway from the page, the the thread makes it clear. The thread makes it clear distinction. You're not alone as a platitude feels empathy minimizing or even invalidating. Means I'm here with you. I care. I'm staying and can be profoundly comforting. The ops point isn't that the phrase is always bad bad. It's that words without presence don't help and sometimes hurts. Okay. A short reflection for a podcast segment on empathy, comfort versus real presence. A caregiver friendly handout on what to say and what not to say when someone is struggling. A framework for teaching emotional attunement workshops. Okay. Folks, that's your B for tonight. I will be on tomorrow for shows. Until then, Gator Wellness, take care, folks. Oh, by the way, I changed the logo on the channel. Hope everybody likes it. And as of today, my channel is 2 years old. So thanks a lot, folks, for joining me for conversations every day. I appreciate the support for the YouTube channel. So thanks a lot, folks. With that being said, I will talk to you guys tomorrow for shows. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.